Well, what's up, beautiful people? It's just me today, but hey, I have an opportunity that I do want to show you. We have a moneymaker here in the Orlando area, and I couldn't wait to show you all. If you're new here, if you can just stay patient with us, this is how we operate. We're going to give you an aerial of this particular property. We're going to give you an interior walkthrough of the property. We're going to, of course, talk about what makes the location so special and proximity, and we'll go over the amenities within the community. So that way you have all the information that you need, whether you're trying to buy it or not. I figured information always helps everybody. If you're new here, my name's Christian Clay. I do have a team of real estate agents here in the Central Florida area, and we help people all the time, not just relocate, but buy and sell real estate. But nothing brings me more joy than hanging out with you all here on the channel. So we try to do it, 4 or 5 times a week, and we try to go live for you all. So yeah, we get a lot of calls from people that are looking to get into the short-term investment side of things, especially because we're here in the Central Florida area. Airbnbs are very popular with the theme parks that are around, but a lot of people can get discouraged when they start looking at properties that are $1.5, $2 million, 10, 12 bedrooms, right? So I think this one right here is going to fit a lot of people's needs from a price point standpoint, from a size standpoint, location, and flexibility, right? This actually doesn't have to be a short-term rental. You can make this your primary if you want to, which I think can help people kind of put their toes in the water when it comes to investing on the short-term side of things. Let's go ahead and just go over really quickly proximity, because I think that is more important than some may think. I got some snow falling in the background. I heard it's pretty cold out of state right now. A lot of people are in negative weather. So the name of this particular community is Paradise Palms, and it is in Kissimmee, Florida, okay? Here, let me just give you the overview of where we're at here, right? So I wish that could stay over there. That'd be nice, right? So here is Orlando, okay? Here's Tampa. And just west of Orlando is, you got Disney over here, and you have Paradise Palms, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom in. Any Disney fans out there, let me know. So here is your Disney complex, right? You got, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. There's so much going on in there. And check this out. This is the community. So it's right now it's like 1:30. Let's just see here. So it says 14 minutes, 15 minutes. I would say earlier in the morning time would be closer to 10 to 12 minutes. But to be fair, let's just say 15 minutes under, which is important. So if you are looking to buy, and this is an investment, right? Obviously, proximity is important, right? Being close to the parks is something that is a must. You have to be close. If you want to be successful, right? You want this thing to stay booked as much as possible. Being close to one of the biggest amenities in Orlando is probably super important. So I would say 10 to 15 minutes is great. If you start to get to the 20, 25, 30, you can still be pretty successful, but not as successful, obviously, as some of these places that are a lot closer. I would also say being close to things to do, right? Nothing burdens me more than being on vacation and the wife wants me to go pick up flip-flops and Walmart is 30 minutes away. Oh, what a nightmare, right? You have Target right here. Well, Target or Walmart, which one do you like more? I like Target. I think Target has some cool stuff in there. You have a CVS. Here, let me just kind of zoom in here. You have, let's see if it shows. So here's your community right here. Well, over here you have Bahama Breeze, Olive Garden. You have a Publix right here. So if you're not from Florida, that's where you get most of your groceries. There is a CVS over here. So if you need to go get some over-the-counter things, cough medicine, etc., you have that stuff right around the corner from you. Also, this being 192, super easy to get into Disney for one, but then also you can get into Old Town. You can go where all of the tourists are typically at, the outlets. There's so much shopping and things to do. And it seems like everybody that visits Orlando likes to visit that particular area. So you have super easy access over there. But let's go ahead and give you the visual and not bore you as much with that, with all of the number stuff. But it is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,024 square foot, and it was built in 2013. Now, these are townhomes, okay? I think there's some good in that, and we're going to talk more about that. It's a gated community and guarded community. So if we're talking about catering to the visiting people that are typically families, mixture of families, right? Like I have 2 daughters. And so having a guarded community for me, gated and guarded, I think that, makes me feel good when I'm visiting. Let's see here. Boo, 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 boo. So we got your proximity stuff. Check out this amenity center right here. So you have a pool, basketball courts, tennis courts. Anybody play pickleball out there? That's something that I'm trying to get into. I was actually watching some yesterday. But amenities are important. Amenities are very important, right? So when you visit Orlando, or most people visit Orlando, let's say they visit for a week, they don't go to Disney 7 days out of the week. I mean, some may do. So, hey, take that lightly. But for the most part, you may go 3, 4, 5 times, and there's a lot of time spent where you're staying, and having something like this is important, okay? Now, if you're not in a community, and you just buy a one-off home somewhere and you turn it into a short-term investment project, you better have some cool things to do at the house. You better have a nice pool, right, and some cool things to do, or it better be at Disney's doorstep, which it's not. So that's the beauty of having these amenities here at the property. Now, if you can see, this right here is the unit that we're going to be talking about today, okay? And as you can see, what is so special about this community? What's so special about this community is it's pretty much the closest property to the amenity center. Why is that important? Well, you tell me why that's important. I would tell you this. If, once again, I'm just going to put like my kids into this situation because I have, 2 daughters. If they were to want to run to the pool and I was, making dinner, making breakfast, making the bed, doing whatever, sitting on the front porch, drinking coffee, whatever. If I'm around the corner, if we're staying around the corner, it would be so tough for me to tell them to go run across the street versus me sitting on the front porch and watching them walk across the street. So I would argue that this is the closest unit to the amenity center. So we're already in the best position to stay booked up over the competitors, which, let's be honest, these are all your competitors. Some of them may be your friends, some of them may be your family. But at the end of the day, if this is your investment property, they are your competitors, okay? We're going to talk about the fees and all of that stuff. Let's just get right into the tour here. That way you can see the layout. It is an end unit. So you do have neighbors on one side, but the other side, you do not have neighbors. And that makes it a 5-bedroom opportunity in here. Most of these units in here are 4 bedrooms. So you're one of the biggest. Okay? Here we go. So this place has been well maintained. I will say this, having bedrooms downstairs, super important, okay? Because you may have that mother-in-law, you may have somebody that doesn't want to walk up the stairs. And I do see Airbnbs or short-term investments that only have all of the bedrooms upstairs. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think it's a benefit to having some of these bedrooms downstairs. Talking about benefits, come on. You should be having these hard surface countertops here, okay? We can't control the people that are coming into this property for the most part, okay? So, dinging dishes and pots and putting coffee mugs and, everything on the countertops could leave stains and scratches, and it's easier to maintain hard surface countertops, okay? Another thing to bring up here is all of this furniture could potentially come with the property. So if we're talking about making this an investment for you, getting in it costs a lot to furnish a property. So if you can get a property like this fully furnished, it's going to save you a lot of money. So here are your 2 bedrooms. 1 and 2, pretty standard. You know, we're not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but these bedrooms aren't going to blow you away, right? It's a place to stay. It's a place to sleep. You know, you could put TVs in there. There are TVs in there, but you have these bathrooms that are, you know, this is the downstairs bathroom for everybody to use, but full shower, fully tiled. You don't get the fiberglass insert if we're talking about maintenance, right? Washer and dryer to the right. Okay, I don't know if we opened that door there, but washer and dryer, gotta have one of those. So before we go upstairs here, here are the fees, the monthly fees. Okay, there is an HOA here, HOA condo fee. The total of that is $575. Now you may be thinking, wow, that is a lot of money. Well, let's talk about what that covers. It covers your cable. Covers your internet. It's gated, of course. It's guarded, of course. Lawn maintenance, you don't have to worry about that. That's, you know, lawn maintenance could be $150, $200. I mean, a property like this more like $150. Cable, internet, exterior paint, right? And of course, all of the common areas. So if this is something that you are buying to make money, the last thing you want to do is be wherever you're watching this from and getting phone calls like, hey, the lawn's not being cut, or hey, the internet's giving me issues, or hey, you forgot to pay the internet. When you pay that condo fee, yeah, it's an annoying monthly fee. You can view it as that. I see it as a convenience fee personally. So I think it's huge. And that is not a lot. That is not a lot, right? There are communities that have double those fees. So to get everything that you're getting with $575, awesome. And this is a 5-bedroom. Me personally, if I were to buy a short-term rental, I wouldn't go below 5 bedrooms. Obviously, the more bedrooms you get, the better, the bigger, the more families that can come. But to be here, and you got to remember, we're catering to the majority. All right. So that 10, 12 bedroom home that cost so much money a night to rent out. Yeah, there's going to be some families that can't do that. But for the most part, something that is more affordable monthly like this is going to always stay rented. In fact, the people that are selling this property right here are doing so because they want to spend more time at the property, right? So, this thing stays booked. It does. And if you want any of the information on the booking sheet, the price sheet, you can always send me a text or an email and we can get that information over to you. This does have a private pool. It's more of a soaking pool, okay? It's not a lap swimming pool. But guess what? You're across the street from a huge pool. You're the closest unit, so you could go right across the street if you need to. But it still gives you a place of privacy. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's on a pond, people. You got beautiful pond views. But yeah, it's a soaking pool. You can watch football, you can grill, hang out with the family, watch the lake or the pond. I probably should have fished in that pond to see if there was any fish there. So in my opinion, this is certainly the best unit when it comes to a convenience standpoint. Now, another thing that makes this particular community super special, as I mentioned before, it doesn't have to be a short-term rental, all right? There are a lot of communities in Davenport, Kissimmee, Orlando that are short-term rental that, there are no lease restrictions from a minimal standpoint, meaning you can lease it out as short as you want to, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. But let's go ahead and take you over here. There are a lot of those communities that will say, hey, you as the owner can only live here or be here for 1 month, or sometimes they're like 60 days out of the entire year. And then you got to put it back on the market for people to come in and, visit from a short-term rental standpoint. And that could be a little disturbing if it's yours, right? So those are for people that are buying these investment properties and not living it. They don't want to see them at all. They just want the money to come in. But if you're somebody that is just getting into this, right? And you're a seasonal person that already comes to Disney or already visits Orlando, or maybe you are living here and you're like, hey, I'm usually gone to Minnesota for a month out of the year and I want to rent it out for the month. this is the one that's for you right here. Okay. But check this out. Here's the pool, the bar and grill. Might as well peek at the menu while we're in here. It's going to get me hungry. Oh, no pictures. No. We don't want that. We want photos. You have a cinema, fitness center, must have for me. Arcade, huge. And marketplace. Basketball courts, pickleball courts. You saw that. All of this is right across the street. Volleyball. All of this is right across the street. So another cool thing about this community is you do not have to have a specific property management company. You don't have to have any property management company to be completely honest with you. You can do what's called like an a la carte service, right? So you can hire somebody to just do the cleaning of the property once a month. And then you can come in and you can, after every booking, you can change the sheets, the pillows, and all of that stuff. You can hire somebody to do the cleaning and the sheets and pillows. You can hire somebody to do the management for you from a marketing standpoint and say, hey, you guys market this. I don't want to hear about it. And that marketing company will take 20, 35% of, your booking total. Or like I said, you can do it all on your own. And that's huge because there are communities out there that'll only give you 1 to 3 companies to choose from, and it's their way, and that's just how it is. And I get it. They want things to look uniform, but to have that flexibility along with the flexibility of making it your primary is huge. It is huge. The taxes on this thing was like $3,200. If that, they're not that expensive, people. So I think that this was a steal. I think it's a great opportunity. And if you have any questions on it, all of the information is above and in the description down below. And if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Tell me what you think about it. $475 is the price point. $475. And I'm going to tell you this. It's not the most expensive one right now that is on that pond. It's not the smallest one on them. It's one of the bigger ones, one of the only 5 bedrooms that are for sale. And it's not the most expensive one, along with everything that you have in there. So it's going to sell. It's going to sell. I just think that this is a great opportunity for any of you all. So if you want any of the info on the booking sheet or a P&L, profit and loss sheet, you can always send me an email, text message, call above, and we'll be able to get you all of that information. I hope I covered everything. If not, ask a question down below and we'll be able to get back to you. With that being said, I hope you're subscribed. I hope you like this video right here and let me know what you think. Talk to you later.